I call to order the July 28, 2021 Area Board of Zoning Appeals of Tippecanoe County meeting. First item on the agenda is approval of the previous meeting minutes.
Shall we get our roll established?
Oh, sure. Yes, please.
All right. Steve Clevenger.
Present.
Gary Schroeder.
Present.
Michelle Dennis. Ed Butts.
Present.
Tom Andrew.
Present.
Frank Donaldson.
Present.
Jen Decker.
Present.
Quorum present.
Thank you. First item on the agenda is the approval of the meeting minutes from the previous meeting.
I move to approve the minutes from the June 23rd, 2021 BZA public hearing as submitted.
I second.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments or corrections? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries.
May the minutes
business.
reflect we
Go
have
ahead.
all members present.
Thank you. New business, please.
Our loan case is ready to be heard.
Thank you. And I will go ahead and read the public hearing procedures. Each case will be heard following a motion and a second from the board. We'll ask the staff to report on its findings. Following the staff report, we'll ask the petitioner to present his or her case, after which anyone wishing to support the petitioner's request for a variance or special exception will be asked to come forward. After hearing from the petitioner and those speaking on his or her behalf, we will ask those speaking against the petition to present their arguments. The petitioner will then be allowed to rebut arguments raised by those in opposition to his or her petition. Following the rebuttal, the board may wish to ask questions of the petitioner, supporters, and opponents of the petition or of the staff. The staff will have the opportunity at this time to make any necessary clarifying comments. We will then vote by use of a prescribed ballot. 4 votes are necessary to make any decision. In the absence of 4 votes, either for or against, the petition is automatically continued to the next meeting. Please observe the following guidelines for the sake of time and fairness to all. State your name and address for the record before you speak. Limit your remarks to 5 minutes or less. Do not repeat arguments that have been brought up by others. Remember that all visual aids used to support your arguments will remain the property of the board. Cell phones must be turned off while the meeting is in session. Please step out of the room before using your cell phone. I'll go ahead and take the public hearing motion, please.
I move that there be incorporated into the public hearing portion of each application to be heard this evening and become part of such evidence at such meeting, the Unified Zoning Ordinance, the Unified Subdivision Ordinance, the Comprehensive Plan, the bylaws of the Area Board of Zoning Appeals, the application and all documents filed therewith, the staff report and recommendations on the application be heard this evening, and responses from checkpoint agencies.
I second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries. And we'll hear the first case.
I move to hear and vote on BZA 2058, Daniel L. McDowell. Petitioners requesting a setback of 1 foot from the minimum requirement of 10 feet to the minimum setback by averaging from Forest Street to build a 24 by 24 detached garage on R1B zoned land. The corner lot is located at 6827 Moreau Street in an unincorporated town of Stockwell, Laramie 8 Northeast, 21-3, UZO 2-3-7, and that was continued from the June meeting.
I second.
I have a motion and a second. Mr. O'Gara.
All right. Okay, well, this is the unincorporated town of Stockwell, which this particular property is kind of just west of the kind of the historic core.
We're not up.
Uh-oh. TV screen's on?
Yeah.
I thought that was a thermometer. Isn't it?
There we go.
Kick it.
I would like to see you get your foot that
Okay.
high.
All right. As you can look at the zoning map, we have the Corson business zoning in the historic core of the town. A lot of residential zoning, mostly R1 and R1B, and then a lot of ag zoning, of course, around the perimeter of the established town grid there. Go ahead and zoom into the site. So the site has a single-family home and a carport, similar to other homes in this vicinity. Both Forest and Monroe Streets, as you see here, are classified as rural local roads per the thoroughfare plan. Public utilities are available for the site and have been with the town of Stockwell sewer. The petitioner's garage was destroyed by fire fairly recently, earlier this year. The garage, according to the assessor's records, was built in the late 1940s. The owner would like to use the existing foundation to rebuild the garage. The setback, however, from the property line, as you can see, it's really tight from this aerial photo, is only 1 foot. So Forest Street was platted with a 40-foot right-of-way. Obviously, the pavement to pavement width is a little less than that, but you can see the right-of-way extents there on the map. Now, the zoning ordinance allows for a setback to be average for existing homes on a block. This would pertain to historic situations like this. And while you can do that, it never allows you to go less than 10 feet. And so, let's see if we can go to, well, we'll keep it on the aerial photo for a second here. So the house to the south, it would be the one to judge against that would be most relevant. And that one has a 12-foot situation. And so it was staff's determination that 12-foot would work, but no less than that. And obviously not to the 1 foot that they're requesting. So there's a simple site plan here, kind of shows the extent of the proposal, the current pad that's there, and rebuilding the garage and it's on top of it. So in terms of the ballot items, staff doesn't see any injury to public health and safety with this proposal, nor will use and value be affected. They're essentially reconstructing what was previously there. And the zoning ordinance is being applied to a situation that's not common. Sure, there are historic properties like this, but they're grandfathered situations. There aren't more of these every year getting built. So this is a situation that over time diminishes, and there are less and less of these, and it becomes more of a unique situation. We don't see the terms of the ZO resulting in an unusual or unnecessary hardship, given the difference, that they do have room for that 12-foot setback that averaging would allow, given this corner lot disposition. And there appears to be room to do that without a variance. If they went for the 12-foot, they could just get building permits and be off to the races. So it's staff's opinion that the hardship tests, have not been met, and that the hardship is self-imposed or just solely based on a perceived reduction or restriction on economic gain. Therefore, the variance does not provide the minimum relief. So we are recommending denial. Happy to answer any questions. Let me go ahead and we'll leave it on the photograph there.
Thank you, Ryan. Petitioner or petitioner's representative?
Just give your name and address, please. Just give your name and address in the microphone.
Name's Dan McDowell. Address is Stockwell, Indiana.
And you have anything that you would like to say about the petition, about your case?
Pardon me?
Anything that you would like to say about the petition, about what you would like to do?
About the petition? I just want to get a garage up. I've been there 51 years. And that garage was a Bob Roman's one. That's the one he started in, and I bought it off him for $100. And I had a lot of memories in there, but I just like to get something nice back up to store my lawnmowers. And that's about it, I guess.
Okay. We'll go ahead and see if anyone else wants to speak, and then if we have any questions, we may have some questions for you.
You want me to go now?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anyone else wishing to speak in favor of the petition? In opposition?
I'll give a little bit more technicolor.
Okay, that'd be great.
My name's Milo Mossman. I'm here representing Dan. Like you said, unfortunately, the hardship in this case is just the instance of insurance relief that we were able to get back after the fire. And there's not enough, if we try to move the garage back, there's not enough money to even build a garage. Like we stated, the garage has been there more than 50 years. Foundation's pretty solid. We've had it inspected, and it's all pretty well good condition. So the plan is to relay some brick along the bottom for the base of the garage, and then build just a 24 by 24 garage. Same color as the house. This roof will be the same color as the house, so everything will match. It's got a paved drive all the way around it. I guess if it's denied, then it's just going to be a concrete pad sitting there, kind of an eyesore. So just kind of want to build it back up nice and make the town look nice.
Thank you. Any questions, comments from the board?
Can we see that aerial photo again?
Yeah. I know I do have just a clarification. There's 3 areas there. I know the one closest to the house, I believe, is a carport.
Yes.
Then the second area is a garage that would burn down, that is going to be rebuilt. And I guess it says concrete pad for the third area, and it says addition that burned.
Yeah, so the original garage.
Can you come up to the mic, please?
So the original garage is the brown roof there in the photo, aerial photo. That was the 24 by 24. In the late 70s, he added on a 20 by 24 just to the south there. So he actually made the garage bigger because he was running his business out of that. So all of that burned down. The plan is to clean up that area of concrete, be like an extra parking zone.
And so it's only the middle portion
Yes,
is being
only
rebuilt?
the middle portion
even
will
though
be
the other-
rebuilt.
Okay.
Just basically, like he said, a lockable garage that he could store his lawnmowers and whatnot in there, so.
So to simplify, the petitioner's hope is simply to rebuild on that new garage portion in the existing area where it has served as a grandfathered structure for
Correct.
51 years.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
And Gary, did you have something? No?
Well, just other than it seems like I understand the ordinance, and it's, you really don't want to build them back in the right of way, but it does seem like unfortunate the garage burned down and foundation's there already, so it seems reasonable to allow Mr. McDowell to put it back in its previous location.
And just a clarification, in the setback, not the right of way.
You're right, setback, I
Yeah.
apologize, not right away. Thank you, Steve.
Any other questions or comments? If not, we've got a ballot.
All right, I have 7 ballots in hand, and all 7 are in favor of granting the variance requested.
Thank you. The variance has been granted. Administrative matters. Okay. Unless any member has an objection, the chair will order the findings of each member casting a vote for the majority decision of the board to be the collective findings of the board in support of the decision of the board. Hearing none, it is so ordered. Any comments from the board? None, I'll take the last motion.
Move to adjourn.
We are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
That's me.